Dear guests, welcome to this online international conference. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the organizers and the rapid change from face-to-face conference to an online conference. This format has been very popular and widely used now by several tools, and we are going to benefit from this infrastructure as well. We are living in extraordinary conditions. Of course, as a Mediterranean, I would like to talk in front of you using my gestures, body language, etc. But the conditions force us to make this conference this way. And as we have seen from our distance education experience, it is not bad. Even it has some advantages. We will learn on the way, as we mostly do in Mediterranean geography, because our deep logic in thinking is not algorithmic but intuitive. So we are more accustomed to chaotic conditions to get a solution using our trial and error methods that is genetically inherited as a Mediterranean culture in most areas I have seen around the Mediterranean Sea. We are going to fight with this virus too, and we won't stop life. Life goes on. As the performers say, show must go on. What we do is not a show, indeed, and we are part of people who are seeking solutions to live under coronavirus. One of the early answers, not against the virus, but against the negative living conditions in towns, had come 125 years ago from Ebenezer Howard. As you very well know, he had written the book Garden Cities and developed the philosophy about living in a green and less dense environment in towns. But over time, we have forgotten that ideals, and cities have been very dense, and now we see that is a very serious handicap against protecting ourselves against viruses. I have to mention that the viruses are much older than us. They are living in this world, on the earth, since about 2 billion years, as scientists say. And Homo sapiens is just approximately 40,000 years old only. But we have our mind, our logic, our brains, we can think. The virus movement and mutations are only managed, directed, and realized by its stochastic nature, which is programmed to survival. Of course, we have in our DNAs that motivation too, naturally built in, but we have to use our logic toward better planning, toward better living under these conditions. The answer for the crisis in dense towns of United Kingdom was realized in 4 different marks of new towns in England. The first 2 are already heritage towns and are under protection, like Letchworth Garden City and Welwyn Garden City. But the first big-scale realization has been done in the United States of America as part of the New Deal policy of Roosevelt as president. And the 4 realized new towns continue with the original spirit after 60 years, and I use these examples in my lectures, and their Facebooks are very rich in material about the history of these new towns communities. The last new town was Milton Keynes, which was self-sufficient and very large-scale example. And unfortunately, with the neoliberal policies, new town movements have been stopped. I believe we have to remember again, because under virus conditions, we need social distancing for a foreseen future, near future. Even tourism is deeply affected, and the town where I live is living from agriculture and tourism. So the hotel designs, touristic facilities designs in general have to be reconsidered. So we as architects and urban planners have a new responsibility in this turning point of human civilization within the fight and trying to live under virus and other kinds of epidemic pandemics, which are highest possibility in the near future, as World Health Organization has already declared. So we have to use our experience, our creativity, and our talents to handle, to obtain a better living environment under virus conditions. This conference may discuss this matter during the presentations, I believe, and since it's an international conference, we can exchange the experiences very richly. That is the positive advantage, the benefit of an online conference, to adapt ourselves in a very fast time to exchange ideas. I want to thank all the organizers of this conference, and I believe surely that very productive, creative and useful outcomes we are going to obtain at the end of this conference. Thank you again and welcome.